Hello guys, sorry about the long intro. So, hello guys, welcome back to my channel guys. Welcome back to another live video. Guys, as I said in the other live, I said I wanted to do a discussion topic, right? So here it is. I didn't let you guys know what it was. I wanted to keep you guys in suspense. And so this is the title guys. Sorry I don't fit your fairy tale, right? And you guys are probably thinking, what is Tanya talking about? But I'm going to dive into it. I'm going to try my best to fit in as many points as I can in this video. What I mean by fairy tale is when you know, right, anyone that knows what a fairy tale is you get the typical storyline of a princess and a prince and they live happily ever after, right? Why I'm using that topic is because it's a twist, right? If you look at society, right, people want you to fit into their fairy tale, right? They want you to fit into their narrative. And this applies to any type of relationship. It could be family, anything like that. And everyone is continually trying to shape us into what they want in their storyline, right? And this is very powerful. And this is something I do want to dive into because it's happening around us guys. It's happening right now as we speak. It's happening to every single person around us, right? And this is my apology to people because a lot of people, if you don't fit into their fairy tale, they will dismiss you. If they can't manipulate you into what they want you to do, they're out the door, right? And this just shows what people are really about. So we're going to dive into it. I'm going to talk about how people, you know, they use manipulation, control, people that try and force romantic connections to get you to fit into their idea of life, right? And how they want you to be. And sometimes you get people that want a romantic partner to fit the ideal partner in their actual brain, in their fantasy. And they will strip and whip you into shape into how they want you to. And anyhow you let that image crack, that image fall, you start saying, you wake them up out of that slumber, you start saying, look, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. They snap because they're like, wait, you're meant to be like this. And then when they see that the manipulation tools and the controlling tactics are not working, they cut you off completely. They're like, goodbye. They go ice cold on you. They're a completely different person. Hi, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Irish name or Welsh? Guys, sorry, I keep disconnecting. They snap and they change when they don't get to mold you into who they want. This is real, guys. And I'm going to try and memorize all the points that I made notes on because I don't have the paper with me. I'm going to try my best to dive into it, right? Romantically, if somebody, hi, Chance, Doma Fiasco, how are you? Sorry if I'm pronouncing the names wrong. Let's just use different examples. I'm going to throw so many examples out there, and maybe somebody may be able to add their own experience as well, right? Romantically, when your thank you so like when your partner, right, knows your history, they know your past. Hi, Farsi, how are you? I can't say the names. I'm so sorry. Yeah, when your partner knows your past and know your history, that is their weapon to get to control you. And if they want you to, for example, if they want you to move in with them, for example, because they want you to fit into their fairy tale, right? They will use your past as a way of persuading you to move in with them. This is called control and manipulation, right? I'm good, thank you. How are you? It's control and manipulation. So they will use that to their advantage in order to get you to fit into their fairy tale. So if they, another thing, what people tend to do is they like to plan your future for you. They like to say, we're going to go here, there and everywhere. You meet people that literally say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And they haven't asked you what you want to do, right? And that can be classed as control as well. So if they want a certain thing to happen, they can either use your past to to try and persuade you. If you have an unhappy history, they can say, look, we'll be happy together. You can finally have your dream house. You can finally have kids with me. You can have everything that you ever wish for. So that's manipulation, because they've already figured out what you want and they're trying to persuade you to do it. But what happens when you do it, guys? What happens when you actually fall for the bait? You know, is it really going to be happily after, or are they going to snap and change? Right, this is the thing. This is the thing that people don't think about. It's 8:22 for me. Yes, it's that time here for me as well, because I'm in the UK. Another thing that a lot of people like to do is they like to cross your boundaries, right? They cross your boundaries because they want their fairy tale to be achieved, right? And they like to, when I say cross your boundaries, they will silence your voice, right? Your voice won't be heard, right? It's their way or the highway, right? Thank you for saying you like my lipstick. A lot of people do comment on this lipstick. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So they will silence your voice because they want to be in control. They want their power to override the relationship, right? So a lot of people do this. Another thing is a lot of people use silent treatment. A silent treatment, a Smurf kissing. Finally, you said it on my live, Sky. Finally, there's somebody else on my live that says I've been. What did I say? Women a Smurf. They say that. Yeah. So another thing that people like to use is silent treatment as a way to control and manipulate you. So if you don't do things on their terms, right, they will give you the silent treatment. Faulty said, bro. Yeah, so they give you the silent treatment, and if they can't manipulate you, right, they will ignore you. 1 second, guys. Yeah, they will actually ignore you, and the silent treatment will go on and on as a punishment, right? So watch out for those manipulation tricks, because obviously they're manipulating you with silent treatment because you're not fulfilling their fairy tale, or how you're not behaving the way that they want you to. So if you're not falling into the manipulation, they will ignore you until you actually do as you're told. Oh, just saw someone I know, guys. Bear with me 1 moment. Hello, you okay, lovely?
Yeah, are you?
I'm all right, not too bad. I haven't saw you in a while.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you look lovely.
Oh,
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, actually, I'm trying to hide you because I'm on video. Bless you. I'll see ya.
Bye.
See you, take care. Hello, you okay? Sorry. Lovely neighbours. Well, you're back out. I thought you were staying in now because it's 8:24. Yeah, basically I went back out to get biscuits, but you missed my live video. You actually missed it. I did a quick live video before I went to the shop to get biscuits. But I'm back out now. My sister's outside. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Where are you going? I'm talking to my sister, guys. She's outside. I'm like, where are you going? It was only a short video anyway. The cat is inside the bin. I'm going to meet the light. Hi, Sepran. How are you? Thank you for saying I deserve more likes. I know I don't get many likes. I know. Thank you for saying that. Another thing, well, I'm going to lose track of what I was saying. Not because you get distracted very easily. Another thing that people do to control and manipulate to fit their fairy tale is they withhold vital information. This is a very dangerous step. I want to say hide for 1 second, guys. When I say hide vital information. It's when you're withholding information that if somebody finds out the truth, they will be gone. One second, guys. So that's another way to control. Like, for example, let me give you an example, guys. For example, if I had like 5 children and I meet a partner, right, and I don't tell them that I've got 5 children, that is controlling the situation, because you know that if that person knew the truth, they wouldn't be with you. So that's another way to control. Hi, Russia. How are you? That is another way to control and manipulate the situation. Um, but guys, I might have to end this video here now, because I do need to take my clothes off the line. I completely forgot about that. And I also need to cook my dinner. Oh, I just realised I need to put my shop. The cat chased me. That's so mean, Scott. They actually still do chase me. They actually still do it. Uh, you're from the UK, Filter. That's amazing. That is amazing. Another way that people try to control and manipulate romantically is if again, it's that control thing. If you're not going along with the storyline, the reality snaps and they will cut you off. So the main thing is, when people are trying to fit you into their storyline or fairy tale, they will cut you off if you don't go along with the play. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me just check my notes. I cover most of the points. So they usually, the main thing is they usually when they start to see they can't fool you anymore, when they know that they can no longer get what they want from you, or they can't mold you into the way that they want to mold you into, then they start being abusive, where they start putting themselves on the pedestal and say, well, you can't get no one better than me. Or some people might say, I'm a good person to you and look how you treat me. That's when you know it's controlling, because what has that got to do with the price of milk, right? Thank you for saying you're subscribed to me. I really appreciate it. So the reason why I did this topic is because I'm finding that in my life, right? This is me, guys. I'm not going to change for nobody. I'm not here to fit into anyone's storyline. If I am somebody that wants to be single, right, no one is forcing me into a relationship. They can't try and manipulate me. They can't try and say, well, do you want to grow old and lonely? That is manipulation, right? If I want to be single, don't think, okay, let's use her past to try and trick her into getting into a relationship with me. This is control. And thank you so much for, like, you have to be true to yourself. I believe in being true to myself. I know what I want for my life. And if anyone is trying to mold me into whatever works for them, and when people are using your past against you to manipulate you and try and make sense of your past is your past. That's where it stays. This is who you are today. Who you are now is important, not who you was in your past. Tanya, if you're going out again and you're behind a woman, can you turn the camera? Scott, you do crack me up. So I can see what the UK looks like where you live. That's really funny. I'll turn the camera around if they're not dressing appropriately. I'll turn the camera around because it's not appropriate. You know a lot of things. Thank you, Filty. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, so there's a lot of people, right? Thank you so much for the like. There's a lot of people that are really trying to control your narrative. They're trying to make you fit into their storyline. Instead of letting things be how they're meant to be, they are controlling it. They're controlling the outcome. They're not asking you what you want. They're using any information that you give them to control you, just to persuade you to go with their path and not your own. Say that again, please. What did I say? What did you want me to say again? What I was just talking about? How people try and put you into their narrative. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you want me to say? And I am me. I'm realizing how a lot of people leave my life, and when they're leaving my life, it's because they can no longer control and manipulate me, and it's also abusive to do that. Where Oh, flipping the camera. I will flip the camera if they're not dressing appropriately. If they're not dressing appropriate, I will flip the camera and be like, look what she's wearing. Sorry, guys, it keeps disconnecting. This is me, and I know what for my life, and nobody should be trying to manipulate me into their narrative. You know, it's wrong. If someone doesn't want a romantic relationship with you, accept that and move on. You don't. Hi, I don't know. Is it Millie? Hi, Millie. Is it Millie? I can't read the letters. Thank you for saying I dress pretty. This is my outfit of the day. Thank you. I'm wearing this skirt. Don't think you can see. Thank you so much for saying I dress pretty. That's really sweet. Can you say Millie? Millie! Yeah, so you know, if someone doesn't want a romantic relationship with you, accept that. Stop getting butthurt about it, and you know, getting really, your feathers are getting ruffled, and you're not happy with it because that's controlling. Just let things be. If they ask them if they want a relationship, don't just presume they want a relationship with you. There's a lot of people that come into my life and they presume that I want a future with them. How are you going to presume? Thank you for saying slay. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Guys, we have fallen leaves now in the UK. Leaves are starting to fall down. You guys are so sweet. So I'm going to end this live here now, purely because I need to take my clothes off the line. Scott said you just joined. How the hell are you number 2? I'm going to take my clothes off the line, guys. As you can see, my clothes are still on the line. I'm going to do my cooking, and I want to go on live again, but I don't know when. Scott, Scott said no one. Are you kidding me? Scott, you always crack me up. You always crack me up. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this topic because I was excited to share it with you guys. So let me summarize this video. I'm not fitting into anyone's story time, anyone's narrative, anyone's fairy tale. I am here to live my life as well. I'm not letting anyone control me, manipulate me into getting a relationship with me, or to manipulate me into getting what they want out of me. And this applies to friendships, family, romantic relationships. It applies to everybody. I'm not being controlled. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I know what's right for me. I don't need you to be like, oh, well, this is your past. Would if you move in with me, we'll have a happy life? No, there's no guarantee I'll have a happy life with you. I'm all right the way I am. I'm gonna try and come back on later. If I do my little task, then I can you know, get my cooking sorted and I can join on live. I can do another live. Yeah, I'm gonna put my shopping away. I'm gonna take clothes off the line. Right, guys. Let me read out the top fans. Number 1 is aesthetic. Number 2 is filter. Number 3 is chance dough. Number 4 is Gigi Mama, and number 5 is Sepran. Guys, I can't wait for Sky to be able to go on top fans because Sky deserves it. Okay, guys, see you all. Bye.